offer condolences to the family of Dr. Elliot Schwartz. Dr. Schwartz was our team doctor for 25 years. Passed away this morning. We're going to honor him with a moment of silence tonight, and just a beloved figure around the Warriors for many, many years. And want to offer our condolences to, especially to his wife Patty and his son Nathan, and just say how sorry we were to hear the news. So with that, I will open it up. Kareth?
Can we check on Andre's knee, the right knee soreness? It's been a string of games now. Is it just maintenance for his knee or any concerns?
Yeah, well, he had some swelling, and you know, when you get older, and you know, things take a little bit longer to heal. In my case, years and years. But no, just you know, it's what happens when you have that much mileage on you. It's just, you know, something happens, it keeps you out for a little bit longer. So it's not a long-term concern, but you know, he's wait till the swelling goes down. It's going down, and then he's got to get on the court for a few days, and you know, so he'll go on the trip and he'll get on the court, but you know, unlikely to play on the trip, I would say.
And can I ask, when you got to know Damion Lillard a little better in Tokyo, all the time for the Olympics, did you discover anything new about his personality or his approach to playing?
It was just fun getting to know him. You know, we've played against him so many times and against the Blazers, and obviously he's a beloved figure in Oakland, and we've had some amazing battles. So to be on his team was way more fun than going against him. But I was just so impressed with him from a human perspective, just his character, his leadership, you know, what he meant to the Olympic team. You know, it came through in a huge way in the gold medal game, hitting big shots down the stretch. It was really fun to be part of the staff and part of the team and get to know Damion a little bit better.
So you guys are thinner, I guess, than you've been lately tonight, because obviously, you know, your two rookies are down. How does that impact, you know, your pregame prep?
Well, we feel like we have, you know, enough tonight to accomplish what we need to accomplish. You know, we'll play our usual rotation. Obviously, Moses hasn't been in the rotation in the last 4 or 5 games. Jonathan's been, you know, playing a handful of minutes. We just felt like it was really important for them to get extensive minutes in Santa Cruz tonight. Chris Chiozza will be active, so he'll see some time, which is much deserved, you know, the way he's played. So we've got a very deep team, and this is one of the benefits. We can take advantage of that depth on a night like tonight. Any
sense on how long Damien's absence might be?
Not really any sense. It's not going to be for long, but you know, it'll be a day-to-day thing.
Steve, you the other day you were talking about how important it is to get, you know, minutes from everybody and keep everybody sort of active, even when they're out of the rotation, bring them back every now and then. Is this the hardest you've had to juggle that situation with this team, this roster?
It's been hard in the past too. You know, my first year we had David Lee coming off the bench, and Mo Spates and Sean Livingston, LB. We had a really deep team, and you know, I was trying to juggle minutes, and wasn't always easy. And the same way this year, you got a lot of guys who deserve to play, and on any given night, there's going to be a couple guys who get left out of the rotation. So it's a big part of coaching, is just to, you know, keep guys you know, on board and making sure they're okay, and talking them through the times when they're out of the loop, and making sure they're staying engaged, because their time is going to come again. And that's what made Juan's return so powerful, not just for himself, but for the team as an example to the whole group. You know, you just got to stay ready like Juan did, and you find yourself right back in the thick of things.
I don't know how well you know Chauncey, but going back to your first year, I mean, what do you think of, when you think back, what were the biggest challenges in your first year and maybe the challenges that any first year coach faces?
I think looking back at that year, you think you're going to have more time to implement things than you actually do. The season comes and you got games every other night, and you thought you'd get everything in during training camp. You didn't get a few things in, and then you feel like you're falling behind a little bit, and then certain circumstances show up in a game where you've got a special situation where maybe you're out of timeouts, the ball's coming out of bounds in a weird place, and you don't have a play for that spot because you haven't had time to put it in, and that's a lonely feeling. What I learned though is that everybody feels that way even after 20 years. In my case, 7.5. I mean, there's just stuff that happens that it's going to catch you. Not necessarily off guard, but in some ways unprepared. And you've got to try to do your best to cover everything, but there's always weird stuff that happens, and you have to rely on the team and their intellect and their feel sometimes to just handle a certain circumstance.
Chauncey's got Damion, who's a good leader. You had Andre, Steph was stepping into that role in a sense at that time. How important is it to have guys on the roster that you can look to as leaders in the locker room in that situation?
Internal leadership is everything in the NBA. So I'm sure for Chauncey, he's got a veteran group, which makes things much easier. They're a talented team. They've been playing well after a slow start, so he's doing a good job.
Are you